Hello, you guys. It is Crystal Lopez here from crystalandcomp.com. How are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing day. All right, we are going to make a ham and mac and cheese pasta bake. It's going to be amazing. I'm putting away some other groceries, but gathering up all the things that we need for this. So number one, we're doing 2 boxes of penne because I am making enough. My in-laws are coming over for dinner. So I am making enough for a lot of people. Remember, we have 5 kids still at home, plus myself and my husband. And with my in-laws, they're going to bring my mother-in-law's brother and possibly a cousin. So we feed a lot of people at one time. All right, so this recipe is a great way to use up leftover ham. Maybe ham that you made for Thanksgiving or Christmas or for Easter or Mother's Day that you have left over. That is when I typically make this. Now, you don't have to use leftover ham. You can buy pre-made, even pre-cut up, pre-packaged ham over in the deli section. So if you are using leftover ham that you cooked, you're going to just start chopping that up. I have a teenager that just loves to do stuff like that while I'm recording. Just ignore that. So we're going to cut up this ham, and while we're doing this, the water is on to boil for that penne. Now, you don't have to use penne. You could totally use bow tie or any other noodle that you like. You could use elbow, shell, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got all of our ham chopped up. We're still waiting for that water to boil, but now we're going to make our cheese sauce. This is a homemade cheese sauce that you're essentially making a roux to make this happen. So super delicious. You are going to need 2 cups of cheddar cheese. This is if you're just making 1 pan worth. I'm making 2 pans worth. So you're going to need about 3 cups of milk total when this is all said and done. About 4 tablespoons of flour and some mushrooms. You can either buy fresh mushrooms or you can do the canned stuff. It doesn't matter. I buy flour, sugar, rice, all of those things in bulk at Costco. And so we store them in food grade containers with gamma lids. And so that's what we have going on here. And I am really measuring a lot there because I'm doubling this recipe. So the gamma lids help to keep everything airtight. And you do want to make sure that you're doing a food grade container if you are buying in bulk like that. All right, so we have our milk here with our flour, and we're mixing it up to get it nice and warm. And we are going to make our roux here. So I'm going to add some butter to the pan just to kind of get this going. I did not have any fresh mushrooms on hand, so I'm going to use these canned ones that I bought in bulk at Costco, and they're great to have on hand for this exact situation when you don't have fresh. And we're just going to dump them into this skillet with the butter. We're draining them first, and we are going to get them nice and just a little sauteed. Okay.
All I'm asking for is just some space and some time, then I'll be alright. I've been having thoughts in my mind I can't get out. Tell me things I can't say myself from you and nobody else. Everything is out of my sight. This is all so new to me. I can do it all in your way. Say all the things that you say. I can do it all in one night. When I go out, the light doesn't shine on me. I fade out. It's all so new to me. I need you, someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. Shine on me, 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 shine on me.
Okay, so you saw what we did there. We added the mushrooms to the ham and set them aside. And now we are taking that first batch of milk. Now remember, in the video, I am doubling everything. But the non-doubled version of this recipe can be downloaded over on my site, crystalandcomp.com, and I will leave a link to that so that you can go get it. But basically, we have taken that milk that had the flour in it and put it into the pan first, and we're letting it heat up, and then we're adding our other milk, and we're wanting it to kind of thicken a bit before we add the cheese. So we need to keep stirring this because it does have the it has that flour in it, and we don't want for, number one, we want for all of the flour to be well combined, but we don't want it to stick at all. So especially once it gets to the point where we're adding the cheese, we're going to constantly be stirring it. All right. And we are getting those noodles over in the boiling water.
It's all so new to me. I need you, someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. Shine on me, shine on me. Shine on me, shine on me. Shine on me, shine on me. Shine on me.
Okay, we're adding that cheese, and we're going to stir, stir, stir. It's going to happen pretty quickly, guys, where you're stirring and then all of a sudden it gets really, really thick. So if you are doing the non-doubled version, you've got a pound of pasta, 2 cups of extra sharp cheddar cheese, ideally, 1.5 cups of diced cooked ham, 8 ounces of mushrooms, 4 tablespoons of flour, 3 cups of milk, and some pepper, and then a little bit of that butter to cook those mushrooms in. Now, again, I'm doubling, and look, see how that is already thickening up a lot. It's stringy, it's gooey, it's cheesy. All right, and we just want to keep combining everything. We don't want it to become a hard, clump. And we just want to make sure that that cheese is well combined. So I am notorious for not really measuring. So if you get it a little too thick, that's okay. Just add a little more milk, and it will thin it out a little bit. Not a problem. So I'm stirring it for checking for consistency and checking for, how pliable this is and how stringy and gooey this is. And the heat is going to continue to thicken it, right? And then if I add more cheese, it'll thicken it. And if I add more milk, it will thin it. So I'm just waiting for this cheese to be right like I like it. And we are almost there.
You that everybody's staring for days. All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. I just can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up. I just can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. I just can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. No, no, I won't give up, won't give up, won't give up. No, I can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. I've been caught up since that day that we met, and you haven't seen the best of me yet.
All right, that sauce is just about where I want it, and now I have got the pasta just about where it needs to be, and we're going to drain it and then start combining everything together. This is where the magic starts to happen, or continues to happen. So we're draining that pasta, and we're going to start mixing everything up so that we can pop it in the oven and let everything come together, and then dinner will be ready.
I just can't give up. I just can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. I just can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. No, no, I won't give up, won't give up, won't give up. No, I can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. I can't give up.
So I could have just picked the skillet up and poured it in there, but I didn't want to put too much into, because remember, I am doubling this. So I need to make sure that this is evenly coated, but not over, because I've got to have enough to put on the second batch of pasta noodles. So we're taking the pasta, the sauce, and then that ham and mushroom mixture. We're mixing it all together. And then we're going to put it into that 9x13. You can use glass or aluminum or whatever you use. And then we're gonna pop it in the oven and let it bake a bit so that it kind of gets this crispiness to it on the top, and all the flavors just continue to combine together. And let's add a little more of that cheesy goodness to the top so that it gives us that nice crisp. Now, like I said, the recipe does call for extra sharp cheddar cheese. This is the Costco Mexican style cheese that I'm using. It works fine. And actually, you guys know I buy this in bulk at Costco. You get 2 bags that size when you buy it in bulk. And same thing when you're buying the mozzarella. Look at how great that looks. If I'm concerned that I'm not going to use the bags quick enough, I will, because they're in 2 separate bags when you get them at Costco, I will take one and put it in the freezer, especially with the mozzarella. I don't go through mozzarella as quickly as I go through the cheddar cheese, but that's an option as well. Or if I don't have enough room in my fridge, but I have more room in my freezer, then I will put one of the 2-pack pieces in the freezer so that I can free up my fridge space. But we love that cheese. We use it in tacos, in pasta dishes. We make nachos at lunchtime. I even use it sometimes to make grilled cheeses. If I'm out of sliced cheese, I will take 2 pieces of bread and put that shredded cheese in between. And we use, I make the grilled cheeses on the stovetop sometimes, but now we have this sandwich maker that makes it so easy. And literally you just take the cheese and put it in between the two pieces of bread and close the sandwich maker down, and it just closes it and seals it all up. And the kids never even know that I used shredded cheese instead of sliced cheese. So sometimes I'll do that if I'm needing to use the cheese up before it expires. So we're getting these added to the oven, and dinner's going to be great. All right, so now that we have both of those in the oven, we are going to clean up a little bit. I really like to clean as I go, if at all possible. And we are going to, I've got a couple of cans of green beans that I'm putting together. Sometimes I do fresh green beans from Costco or Sam's. Sometimes I do canned that I get in a Walmart grocery order. It just depends on what I have on hand. So for this particular night, I'm going to do the canned green beans, and I just heat them up on the stove. Sometimes I buy them where they already have seasoning. Sometimes I add my own, just depends. To these I added some of the Costco bacon bits, like what we would put on top of our baked potatoes or on our salad. And then I just did a bagged Caesar salad from Costco. Look at how good that looks. There are those green beans. I think they're the Allen's brand. There's the big bag of Caesar salad from Costco that comes together quickly and it's really big. And then there are our 2 pans of the pasta bake, and we've got enough to feed an army. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you loved this, I hope that you will subscribe so that you don't miss any of our videos. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.